And great support for Gary O'Neill, who was recently diagnosed with testicular cancer. Well, a great travelling support from Drogheda on a lovely evening at Tallaght Stadium for the EA Sports Cup final. Drogheda United, the defending champions, of course, but Shamrock Rovers, back in May, winners of the Satanta Cup, thumping Drogheda in the final. Here's Gary McCabe with Tommy Stewart, who continued his run. Shane Grimes puts in the challenge. McCabe goes down inside the area, and referee Porrick Sutton has pointed to the spot. Grimes is incandescent with rage, but the penalty has been awarded. 12 minutes on the clock. McCabe goes over. Penalty Shamrock Rovers. And it's Gary McCabe to take it. This to put the Hoops 1 up. Scores! Shamrock Rovers 1, Drogheda United 0. McCabe makes no mistake from the spot. Schlingermann went the right way. He was very close to getting it. Richie Ryan for Ronan Finn. On from Pat Sullivan. Good stuff from Shamrock Rovers. This is Billy Dennehy, and it's McCabe. McCabe's header off target. Good work from Billy Dennehy. McCabe unable to provide the finish. The president, Michael D. Higgins, a great supporter of the league. Well, United get the second half in motion, playing from left to right, trying to claw their way back into this contest. And perhaps an early opportunity here. Gavin, Brennan with the cross, and it's pulled away by Barry Murphy. Promising start to the second half from Mick Cook's side. Forward from Gavin, Brennan. Drogheda threatening once again just behind Paul O'Connor. Here's Daly. Murphy off his line. Brilliant goalkeeping. Barry Murphy closed down the angle smartly. Ken Oman puts in the challenge. Ryan Brennan writhing in agony. It was clumsy from Ken Oman. The referee Porrick Sutton is going to take action here, and it's a yellow card for the big Shamrock Rovers defender. David Cassidy, former Shamrock Rovers player, lifting it forward, but only as far as Jason McGuinness. Richie Ryan, the Tipperary man, and Paul O'Connor got a block on it, but it breaks kindly here for Tommy Stewart. A chance to make it 2-0, and he does! Composed finish from Tommy Stewart, and it's a long way back now for Drogheda United. Paul O'Connor with the intervention. It broke kindly for Tommy Stewart, faced by Schlingermann, and he slots the ball home. Declan O'Brien to take on Oman. O'Brien goes to ground. It's going to be a free kick to Drogheda United in a very dangerous position. Fabio running at Ken Oman. The referee has issued a yellow card. It's a second yellow. That means a red. Shamrock Rovers down to 10 men. Ken Oman is sent off. Well, if there was contact, it was minimal. Eric Foley with the free kick here. Well held by Barry Murphy. Made it stick. Prendergast under pressure here from Tommy Stewart. And Alan McNally goes sliding in. Stewart goes down. There's going to be a yellow card here. Question is, was a goal-scoring opportunity prevented there? A yellow for McNally. O'Brien. Now what can he create here? Away from Jason McGuinness. Declan O'Brien across the face of goal, away by Shane Robinson. Good save as well by Barry Murphy, still not away. And eventually Robinson executes the clearance. Last ditch defending from Shamrock Rovers. Forward from Foley. HYnes with the layoff. O'Brien and Cassidy. And Cassidy goes down inside the area, but no penalty. And he is absolutely furious, convinced he should have had a penalty kick. The meat in the sandwich here between Barry Murphy and Conor Powell. But Porrick Sutton decides no spot kick. So a let-off perhaps for Shamrock Rovers. It's a poor delivery from the corner kick. David Cassidy! And cleared off the line by David Elebert. Spectacular effort from Cassidy. Sean O'Connor now. Alan McNally has given up the ghost. O'Connor faced by Prendergast. Free kick awarded. Derek Prendergast with the challenge, and the referee is reaching for his back pocket, and it's a red card, a straight red for Derek Prendergast. Well, here's the chance for Eamon Zayed, off the top of the crossbar and over. Frustration for Zayed late on. And the full-time whistle sounds, and Shamrock Rovers have won the EA Sports Cup, the League Cup as it was once called. First time to win the trophy since 1976. Setanta Cup winners and now EA Sports Cup winners. Eamon Nocton, chairman of the league, presents the trophy to Shane Robinson. Shamrock Rovers, EA Sports Cup champions for 2013.
Delighted for the guys. We haven't played as well tonight as we have over the last couple of weeks, but they showed a lot of character, clean sheet, so we're delighted. Another trophy.
So overall, it was a very good performance, something we can build on. As I said, we have another semi-final to come, and who knows, we could be back in the Aviva against Shamrock Rovers, hopefully.
Yes, there's every chance that could happen because, of course, both sides are still in the semi-finals of the FAI Cup. But, of course, Dundalk and Sligo Rovers will certainly have something to say about that. But once again, Shamrock Rovers getting the better of Drogheda United in a cup final. Damien, we have to look at quite a number of things from that game in the remaining time we have on the programme, and a lot of decisions that are certainly worth a second view.
Yes, I mean, it's a part of my... There's a morality in the game, or there should be a morality in the game. The onus is on the players to have a responsible attitude towards the game. If you love the game, you cannot abuse it. Now, Gary McCabe, some people say it's very clever. Watch what his right foot does. It goes into Grimes. I don't think this is actually a penalty. We watch it here for better situation. Grimes goes left. What's the contact? It's there with that right leg of Gary that he pushes into the defender, and it gets a penalty.
But we see players doing that all the time, Damien, don't we?
But look here, we see Fabio O'Brien. There's no contact whatsoever. He just knocks the ball past Ken Oman and down he goes. And I don't agree with stuff like this. I think it's taking advantage of the game. If you love the game, you certainly don't want to do any damage to it. I mean, here is the sending of a Prendergast. Now, the conjecture is, did he get a touch on this ball here as Sean O'Connor knocks it past him? The referee thinks not. But even that, there's cover in behind him. Now, here's a situation that definitely should have been a penalty. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But look where the referee is, 20 yards outside the box. It's the fifth official behind the goal who makes the decision on this. He's in a perfect position, and he gives a corner kick, which no Rovers players touched the ball. It should have been a goal kick, but it should have been a penalty. Yeah. Because the sandwich, as a commentator described it, meant there was contact on both sides. From Powell as the left back, from Murphy the goalkeeper, and the Drogheda player went over, and it was a definite penalty. I think players have got to have more respect for the game. I accept the temptation to dive, and many respects I gave into it myself when I played. But in a situation like this, when it's live on television and so many people are watching it, we have to show more respect for the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost endemic in the game these days, and a lot of people in this part of the world are blaming the continental players who have come into English football, and that in turn has an impact on Irish players and young Irish footballers, that they see that, they think is the thing to do. I mean, would you be of that opinion, Liam? Certainly, I can't remember that sort of carry-on when you were playing, and indeed when Damien was playing, it definitely didn't go on.
No, well, I think also because the game has changed so much with referees and the directives have been given, Peter, you know, about fouls and the way people tackle and that, and centre forwards and strikers and are using it to their advantage now as well too, you know what I mean? Because the least contact now at all, and referees are blowing up for free kicks outside the box. You know, you've seen Stephen Kenny on about the free kick that led the first goal tonight. So there's a lot of grey areas with referees where they're given free kicks or not free kicks. So strikers and forwards are using it to their advantage. For me, if it had been me with Gary McCabe's penalty, I know what Damien's saying, I would have probably done the same thing, because Grimes has come in with his wrong foot. He's got the legs tangled up, and it's probably coming together more than anything. But I'd have been looking for a penalty as well too. But
of course, there are many who see it as a form of cheating. But as Liam says, in a way, is it players just exploiting the rules? Because you have this issue now where if there's contact, the player goes down and the referees are inclined to blow.
Yes, in any walk of life, people try and take advantage of the rules. They try and stretch the rules. It's imagination. It takes talent to do it, I know. But the game is greater than any of us, Peter. And we all must serve the greater good of the game. Otherwise, we're doing a great disservice. It's given us all huge amounts of enjoyment. I made my living at it, and to a great extent still do. And I don't like to see the game disrespected. And we've all got to understand that this game is bigger and better and greater than any one of us.
Yeah, but surely the responsibility then lies with the rule makers at FIFA and UEFA, and even if players in Ireland who come from a slightly different culture can change quickly, because players won't want to be shown up on television and being called cheats and being accused of diving, because it doesn't wash well with the Irish mentality, does it?
It doesn't wash well with players, because I don't think any players are cheats, being honest. I think 95% of the players will always try and stand up, and they'll take their knocks and stuff like that. But you know, I think people have got to sit down and say, if this is a free kick, make sure it's given for the proper rules, you know what I mean? Not just for somebody pushing or pulling. Like Stephen O'Donnell being sent off for Dundalk. There's no malice on it, like, you know, I mean, it's just but referees have been given these directives, and once they do that, then, you know, you're up against it straight away.
So rule changes required? Is that what's required to change?
I'll tell you what's required. I think referees to either see a dive and take action on it. If they can't see a dive, they shouldn't be in the game. If they see the dive and don't take action, they shouldn't be in the game. Referees have to stand up for the game even more than the players have to stand up. But we all must come together and say the game is better and greater than any of us.
OK, well, the only bit of